when you started your journey, so how was your English then? When
Yeah,
you
the same
started?
for me. As I told you that I was a student of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, right? So there I was a good student of English as a subject. In my intermediate, I scored very well. I scored 90 out of 100 in 12th in English. But for speaking English, it was a different world for me. I used to think, why to speak English if I was born and raised in UP? Hindi is prominent, right? And what I think, we should speak Hindi as much as we can, so we can just speak English, and the people should speak our language. But this was my mindset. I had no plan to speak English. But what happened after 12th, when I went to BHU, I had seen few classmates of mine, few teachers and professors of mine. They used to
Yes.
talk in English very well.
Good afternoon, Asu. How are you?
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, and thank you for asking. Okay, Asu, we are meeting first time, so please introduce yourself.
Yes, when it comes to my introduction, as you know, my name is Ashutosh Trivedi, and I'm speaking to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I'm pursuing my master's degree, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. And by profession, I'm a spoken English trainer. I'm training people and helping them to speak better English. That's all about me.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad to hear about you. Very good. So, okay, shall I start my introduction?
Yeah, of course. I'm curious to know about yourself as well.
Okay, yeah, it's my pleasure to introduce myself. I am Anjana. I'm a homemaker, and I'm from UP, district Farrukhabad. Yeah, it's
Oh,
stone
okay.
throw to Kanpur, you know. It's just
Yeah, of course.
stone throw to
Nearby
Kanpur. Right.
Kannauj, right?
Yes, 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 of course, yes. So if I talk about my qualifications, so I have done my post graduation in English literature from Kanpur University. And
Mhm.
apart from that, I run a YouTube channel, which name is Anjana's Educational Videos. I upload there some
Mhm.
spoken sentences and sometimes conversational videos also. That's it.
Okay, that's great. All the best for that. So, how long have you been doing YouTubing?
On I have started my YouTube journey only 6 months ago. Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
uploaded
great.
my first video on 14 May. It was Mother's Day that day.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice to hear.
And I'm so delighted today that I'm connecting with you directly. Actually, to daily I watch your videos on YouTube.
Oh,
I
thank you.
yes, I have subscribed your channel 1 month ago, and since then, I daily listen your videos. Your videos are so commendable and informative for every learner. So that's why like to watch your videos daily. So,
Oh,
when
thank
first
you.
day I watched your video, so I was very impressed to you that you belong to Kanpur. Actually, my parents' house is in Kanpur, I belong to Kanpur. It's my in-laws' house in
Oh, that's great.
Farrukhabad. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah,
You
and
got
I have
married in
done my,
Farrukhabad.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. And I have done my post-graduation in DBS College in Kanpur, Govind Nagar. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I know very well.
Yes, yes, yes. So, when first time I got to know about your videos, randomly it comes on my mobile, and when
Mhm.
I came to know that you are from Kanpur, I was really happy. Mostly we have connected with people from different states or very far from. So when I listened that you are from Kanpur, so I was feeling so happiness to listen you, and your videos are so amazing. You have your way of speaking is so good. I like very much. So
Oh, thanks.
yeah, yeah, it's very good. Now you want to ask something, you can ask.
Yes, okay. So, like, I want to know from you that how, like, about your interest in spoken English, why you got a lot of interest in spoken English, and why would you like to go forward in speaking skill?
Yes, yes. Yeah, as you know that I have done my post graduation in English literature, and since my childhood I love English very much. It was my favorite subject, and today too.
Mhm.
So yeah, if I talk about spoken, so when I was studying, I was in a school or college. That time my English was good as a subject only, not speaking, and I never focused on speaking. I wanted to speak, but that time I didn't have a right idea that how to speak. And that time I always used to think that if I will join speaking class, then I can get good command in speaking. So, it was my wrong mentality. Today, I think that no, no, no. If I know English, I can read English, I can, understand English, so I can speak English. So, when I started my YouTube channel, then I came to know. Then I started listening English content. Then I came to know that I'm doing so big mistake. If I know English, I know all grammar rules, and I know that how to form sentence. So if I will do practice, I can improve my speaking. So, only 4 months ago, I started to work on myself that, yeah, if I don't have environment, so it doesn't matter that I can't speak in English, only practice is must. So that's why, when I come to know that, yeah, without joining spoken class and without environment, I can speak English. Then
Yeah,
I,
that's a great thing, of
yeah,
course. Nowadays, fortunately, we have a online platform where we can interact with
yes,
others. Few years ago,
yes,
10 or 20 years ago, we had no option. It was compulsory for us to read books or because the people
yes,
they were not interested in talking. But now at least you can get online groups, you can get like such platforms, applications where you can talk with the people, right? So
yes.
whatever you have done, that's a great thing. So another question, were you born and raised in Kanpur, Kanpur city?
Yes, sir. Not Kanpur city. Yeah, I belong to Kanpur Dehat, Jhinjak. Have you heard Jhinjak?
Oh my
Near
God,
Uttara.
yes. Even though I am from Kanpur Dehat.
Okay, yeah. So, when I was pursuing MA, so I used to go by train sometimes, I
Mhm.
whenever I wanted to join classes, so I used to go by train sometimes, and there was my bua's house at the Boli, Guzaini.
The Boli,
So
yes,
there,
I know.
yeah, yeah, I
Near
stayed there.
Dadanagar.
Yes, yes. I stayed there 1 year when I was doing my final in post graduation. So yeah, and all
Okay.
my education from Kanpur Dehat, Jinjak.
Yeah, that's great to know about
It's a
you.
small
Same
town.
place I belongs to, even though I'm living
Yeah, yeah.
in a village nearby Jhijak. So I'm from Kanpur Dehat. Of course, I was born and raised there. Then
What is the
I
name of
did my
village?
schooling. Mhm. Sorry,
What's the name of your village?
that's Khamhela.
Kamala. It's in Jinjak.
Yeah, it's nearby Jhijak, 3 kilometers away from Jhijak.
Yes, yes, yes. I have many friends from there. Yeah. Oh, oh, very
So I
good.
was born and raised there. Then I did my schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Kanpur Dehat, Akbarpur.
Okay.
That then
Yeah.
I went to BHU and I did my graduation from there. Now I'm pursuing my masters from my local place. I think you might know that there is a
Yeah.
one degree college, Gauri Sankar Dwivedi Mahavidyalaya.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Of course.
uh,
It's so famous in Jijak. Everyone knows.
yeah. So and nowadays I'm living in Kanpur city. I'm living in Kakadev.
Okay, good. Yeah. And I have done my graduation in Ramdat Tripathi Mahavidyalaya. It's near my home. It's just near my home. Yes. I
Yes,
live
I
near,
know. I
yeah, I live near Canal Jijak.
Canal.
You,
Okay,
yes, yes, yes,
I got it. Yes, I know it. Mhm.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Dwarka.
so do you visit your hometown nowadays? How
Yeah,
how oftenly do you go to your
only,
hometown?
yeah, only, I mostly children comes at my home for tuition, so I don't have much time for go there. Yes, when I go get vacations, I have one kid, so when I get chance vacations, then I go there. Yes,
Okay, that's great. Very nice.
yeah, okay, I'm so happy. Okay, so I want to ask you that. when you started your journey, so how was your English then when
Yeah,
you
the same
started?
for me. As I told you that I was a student of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, right? So there I was a good student of English as a subject in my intermediate. I scored very well. I scored 90 out of 100 in 12th in English. But for speaking English, it was a different world for me. I used to think why to speak English if I was born and raised in UP, Hindi is prominent, right? And what I think, we should speak Hindi as much as we can, so we can just speak English, and the people should speak our language. But this was my mindset. I had no plan to speak English. But what happened after 12th, when I went to BHU, I had seen few classmates of mine, few teachers and professors of mine. They used to
Yes,
talk in English very well, and I felt it was really nice to speak in English. If you want to talk with the people from all around the world, it is a global language. So my English
yes,
was not so good. I Even though whenever I used to introduce myself in Hindi. But then when I came back in, to my hometown in COVID-19, I had a lot of leisure time. Then I started practicing English. What you said, but for me, what I have done, which was good, that I started practicing from the first day. That this was my mindset, that if I'll speak English, speaking comes from speaking. That's what I learned
yes,
from
you
a
are
few
saying
like
right.
videos on YouTube. So I started
Yes,
practicing from my first day. I got many people who told me that they have been practicing English grammar for many years, but till now they are not able to speak good English, right? Many people are there who think that if they will make translation, they will speak better English. If they will read
yes,
newspaper, they'll be able to become a wonderful speaker. So, but I started speaking this from my first day. I started my journey on Buddy Talk. Buddy Talk is there was an application in those days. Now it is named as
okay,
Open Talk. So I started practicing there. Then I switched to another platform. I started practicing on Halo platform. Then I got many WhatsApp groups. That's how I started my journey. Before that, I was not able to introduce myself properly, and I had a mindset
yes,
that I'm
yes.
okay with Hindi. Fine. So,
Yes, yes, yes. The same here, same condition I had. I was so passionate learn this language, but no one guided me that if you practice that, you can improve yourself. But yeah, I fortunately I changed myself. I changed my mindset after listening English content. That yeah, if there are many persons who belong to rural area and they can speak in English, so I realized that I know English grammar well, so how can't I speak in English? Then I, when I realized this, then I started work on myself, and I think that being a mother and being a teacher, it's my responsibility to learn this language because I can provide English environment to my daughter and for my students. That's why I'm learning this language. I want to improve my speaking, and I love this
yeah,
language much.
and what happens with the most of the people, what they think that if they are born and raised in Kanpur Dehat, without English also they can survive, right? It's not compulsory for them to speak English, because they study in a village, they work in a village. Many people living in Jhijak, they work there only. They don't want to go to
Yes, yes,
Mumbai or
yes,
Delhi, so they think why to speak English. But if we people would like to go forward and work in a multinational company, if we would like
yes,
to interact
yes,
with the people worldwide, then it is very important for us to speak this language.
yes. And now think, and I think that if uh, always, always mostly many people think like that. I can't speak in English because I don't have environment. So I think that if we have this excuse, so I don't do this mistake again. That I am
Mhm.
saying this, I should not repeat that mistake because in future our children will say like this that I don't get environment. So that's why I have a kid who is 11 years old, and yes, she can do conversation with me because I mostly when I get time, so I speak with her in English because I'm not so rich and I'm not so from high personality person that I can provide him her Viren Swarup or Anthony type school. So she goes in a common school. But I think that if I have
Mhm.
talent, so I can grow up myself and as well as my daughter will grow up. That's why I'm learning this this language.
Yeah, that's great, of course. Providing them education in a very expensive schools, it's not an easy task, right? So we are
Yes,
from
yes,
middle class. So, but being a parent, it is our responsibility that we can provide them in a great, platform, great, environment, along with the great manners. So, more
yes,
than teachers, they learn from their parents, right? So, if
yes.
you will be able to speak English, for sure, it is going to be a normal thing for them to speak in English.
Yes, you are saying right. That's why I am learning this language for my child and students also. Because my husband is also a teacher. He is the English teacher. He runs an institute in Farrukhabad. So students
Mhm.
come there 9 to 12 for English. So
Okay.
yeah,
So,
I also
mhm.
want to join that institute. Yeah, I think that if I will have good command in English, so I will also support my husband. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Of course, now you're able to speak good English. Now you need practice because practice makes a man perfect.
Yes, yes,
And no, it's never enough with the language. You can become
yes. And
better every day.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. I think that I have lost so many my time because I was not aware that yes, I can speak if I'm able to write this language or understand this language. When I was doing 12th or BA, then I was able to teach any student because my grammar was good. Yeah, I did not pay attention on my
But there is a saying in English, it's
speaking.
never too late. So it's never too late.
Yeah,
And of course, you should feel proud on yourself that you were born and raised in Kanpur Dehat and you're able to manage now. So always
yes,
because
yes,
whatever the past is, we can't change that. But now we have a lot of
yes,
time to do something good in our life, right?
yes,
So
yes.
it's never
That's
too
why
late. And I'm so
every
happy
time.
that you are able to do it.
Yes, and that is nowadays I don't like to watch reels or other videos, and I don't want to like waste my time on a single time. When I listen your videos, I am just cooking anything, I'm just washing and doing any my household chores, and I listen you and I imitate sometime repeating that sentence that how can I speak like this. So I do it. I think that if you are passionate and if you are curious to learn anything, so you can manage. And if you are not curious, you don't have burning desire, so you always say that I don't have
Then
time,
it's
I
very
don't have
difficult. Of
time.
course, you
Yes,
then people have excuses always. Even though if they
yes,
take
yes,
tuition from expensive institutes, then also they say the teachers are not teaching well. So this kind of
yes,
things
yes,
are there. So if you have a devotion and if you are hardworking, for sure you can do it. Because English is not a rocket science kind of thing. So nowadays we have a lot of platforms, but actually distractions are there. When the people they use
yes,
YouTube, they don't use to watch English content, they watch reels. Nowadays shorts are
yes, you
very
are saying
distracting
right.
thing for youth, for ladies, for
Yes,
everyone, whoever is free. So they don't, when they don't have to do anything, they will start scrolling phone
yes, you
aimlessly.
are saying right. Yes, if you don't have discipline, if you don't control your mind, so you can't get anything. Yeah, we have to
Exactly.
control ourselves.
And being a parent, we are doing like this, and we expect our kids to be brilliant like Albert Einstein.
Yes,
That's not possible. When parents are wasting their time, how the kids they will
yes,
learn from them, right? If you are
yes,
serious and sincere, if you are doing something good and learning at the age of like 40 and 50 and 30, then of course your kids will do the same, whatever their parents are doing, right?
yes, you are absolutely right. I have seen one thing at my home that whenever I listen your content, and mostly this time, I am so fond of listening English content every time. Sometime I listen you, and sometime I listen Alina Reis and Gaur Gopal Das because I love him and I love
Spiritual
to listen
content.
him very much.
Mhm,
Yes, yes, in
mhm.
spiritual videos. So when I my daughter said to me that mom, I was thinking in English whenever I want to ask you, so I think in English. So I was feeling very good. It happens. My environment is environment depends on learning some anything. If I
Yeah, of course,
listen
because
every
you are
time
listening the
songs or
content in English,
yes,
and she gets
yes.
those sentences in her mind as well.
Yes, 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 yes. So, see, many times he said to me that, "Mom, I think in English." And when I want to say to you. So I convert that thing, that how can I speak to my mom. So I think it's very good, and I think every parent should follow this rule, not depend only on teacher, that you go tuition and you are learning, so you should be perfect. I think that every parents nowadays, new generation parents are mostly literate, but they are not
Exactly.
following these rules. Yes.